everyone. This is Miss Fraizer, the librarian from Berclair Elementary, and today I'm going to read The Greedy Triangle. It is written by Marilyn and illustrated by Gordon Silvala, and Scholastic is the publisher of this book. This is one of my favorite books. Here we have the title page. Once there was a triangle that was, as most triangles are, always busy. The triangle spent its time holding up roofs, supporting bridges, and making music in the symphony orchestra, catching the wind for sailboats, being slices of pie, halves of sandwiches, and much, much more. The triangle's favorite thing, however, was to slip into place when people put their hands on their hips. That way I always hear the latest news, it said, which I can tell my friends. The triangle's friends liked hearing all the news. One day the triangle began to feel dissatisfied. I'm tired of doing the same old things, it grumbled. There must be more to life. So the triangle went to the local shapeshifter. How may I help you? The shapeshifter asked the triangle. I think if I had just one more side and one more angle, said the triangle, my life would be more interesting. That's easy, said the shapeshifter, and poof! The shapeshifter turned the triangle into a quadrilateral. Life changed in wonderful ways. The quadrilateral was happy with all the new things it could do. The quadrilateral could be a baseball diamond, or first, second, or third base. It could take position on the checker or chessboard. It could be a television screen, a computer screen, or a movie screen. It could frame a window or frame a picture, and much, much more. The quadrilateral's favorite thing, however, was to be the page of a book. I learned so many interesting stories that way, it said, which I can tell my friends. The quadrilateral's friends liked hearing all the stories. But one day the quadrilateral began to feel dissatisfied. I'm tired of doing the same old things, it grumbled. There must be more to life. So the quadrilateral went back to the shapeshifter. How may I help you now? The shapeshifter asked the quadrilateral. I think if I had just one more side and one more angle, said the quadrilateral, my life would be more interesting. That's easy to do, said the shapeshifter, and poof! The shapeshifter turned the quadrilateral into a pentagon. Life changed in wonderful ways. The Pentagon was happy with all the new things it could do. On the baseball diamond, the Pentagon could be home plate. It was section of a soccer ball, and it appeared inside whenever anyone drew a 5-pointed star. The Pentagon's favorite thing, however, was to be the headquarters of the United States military near Washington, D.C. I hear all the top secrets that way, it says. It's too bad I can't tell them to my friends. The Pentagon's friends could not help but feel left out. After a while, time seemed to pass slowly for the Pentagon, and it became dissatisfied. I'm tired of doing the same thing, it grumbled. There must be more to life. So the Pentagon went back to the Shapeshifter. So, you're here again? Said the Shapeshifter to the Pentagon. Now what would you like? I think if I had just one more side and one more angle, said the Pentagon, my life would be more interesting. That's easy to do, said the Shapeshifter, and poof! The Shapeshifter turned the Pentagon into a hexagon. Life changed again in wonderful ways. The hexagon was happy with all the new things it could do. The hexagon fit into floor tiles in houses and patios, and fancy crackers at parties and picnics. It worked as a socket on certain bolts and as a prong on certain wrenches. The hexagon's favorite thing, however, was to be the cell of a beehive. I love watching the bees as they buzz in and out, it said. The hexagon spent so much time at the beehive, it was too busy to think about its friends. The friends missed the hexagon, and they couldn't help but feel left out. Again and again, the shape became restless, dissatisfied, and unhappy with its life. Again and again, it returned to the Shapeshifter for more sides and more angles. The Shapeshifter agreed to turn it into one shape after another. A heptagon, an octagon, a nonagon, a decagon, and on and on and on. Finally, the shape had many, many sides and many, many angles. Its sides were so small that it had trouble keeping its balance. Its friends could not tell which side was on and began to avoid the shape. One day, when the shape was going down a hill, it began to roll faster and faster. It went screeching around the corner, crashing into a fence and a tree, and collided with a bicycle and terrified walkers. At last, the shape came to a stop. It felt tired and dizzy and lonely and sad. Enough, thought the shape. I don't know which side is up. I cannot keep my balance. My friends don't want me around. The shape could no longer remember why it had been unhappy as a triangle. Very carefully, it made its way back to the Shapeshifter. Aren't you happy yet? The Shapeshifter asked. I want to be a triangle again, said the shape. I'm not surprised, said the Shapeshifter, and poof! The Shapeshifter turned the shape back into a triangle. The triangle was delighted to have its old shape back again, and it kept itself very busy. Once again, it held up roofs, supported bridges, made music for the symphony orchestra, caught the wind for sailboats, became slices of pie and halves of sandwiches, and much, much more. The triangle's favorite thing was to slide into place when people put their hands on their hip. That way, I always hear the latest news, it said, which I can tell my friends. Its friends liked hearing the news and were glad the triangle was back in shape again. The end. Thank you for joining me for the Greedy Triangle. Have a great day.